Up next, right here in the THOMSON BRODCAST GatesAir booth, we have the newly appointed CEO of GatesAir. Thank you so much for joining us, Barbara Spicek. And you are brand new in your role. What brought you to GatesAir?
That's a great question. So I recently came from Visati Group, which are funny enough just right next to us, which is a leader in graphics, high-end graphics for broadcast, but also live production, which I was heading. So I got a deep love for the broadcast and the Pro AV industry. And I was talking to GatesAir/THOMSON. I was specifically fascinated with them being the absolute leader in transmitters. There is now, with the combined group, there is no other company that has that same leadership and that same footprint. GatesAir, in fact, through the over 100 years of existence, shipped like tens of thousands of transmitters globally. So very, very exciting. Then the combination of both and that leadership, and then the THOMSON, which you heard from Abby, are really visionary about what you can do beyond and above transmission, right? Cloud solutions, applications, and with ATSC 3.0 coming, right, we got a whole opportunity to not only do transmission, but start creating offerings into the studio, into the living room. So very excited.
Very exciting progress, and you bring nearly 30 years experience into your new role here. And like you mentioned, GatesAir has been around for more than 100 years and has shown strong revenue for years. What were the contributing factors that led to that?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. And obviously, once again, the absolute leadership from a technology, from the quality perspective. The one thing I noticed about Gates is where it is like the customer relationships, some of them spent 30, 40 years back. So they got extreme loyalty, not only in the radio, but also through repack, into the TV transmitter area. And repack was a big driving factor. 2018, 19, 20 was really the big repack time, but still we have some last customers that we're going to be on air soon. And then overall, a great expansion of the FM business, and not only in the United States, but also internationally.
Absolutely. Both THOMSON Broadcast and GatesAir have large footprints and impact listeners and viewers around the world. When it comes to that repack, you talked about that. So how can GatesAir continue to grow post-repack?
Yep, no, and that's a great question. And we are already, right, for the last 2 years. We will continue to grow. There's obviously, from a product perspective, not only on FM and AM being the absolute leaders. We see more and more increasing business with TV transmitters, anything from air-cooled to liquid-cooled, on all sorts of powers, low, medium, high. The Interplex, which is basically our IP products. As broadcasters are transitioning over to IT, we've seen that business grow. And then above and beyond, as I said, there's so many interesting new things around cloud-based services, software as a services, around monitoring and analysis. So we're really looking at additional product lines to expand further.
So is that really what you're targeting for other growth opportunities that you've identified?
Not really. No, there's first of all, transmission business is our business. That's what GatesAir and THOMSON stands for. And we're really seeing still a lot of international opportunity. When we look at international, whether that's Europe or Asia Pacific, there's still a lot of markets where they don't really have big, transition infrastructure. So we see those grow, and those are partially government funded. We see a big opportunity still in government and some adjacent areas. THOMSON is displaying like education streaming here, education corporate. We're just saying, as beyond the core market, there's an incredible opportunity to expand into new areas, which basically creating turnkey solutions, a little bit more than just the transmission, but also things around analysis and cloud-based services and applications.
Wonderful. And in your new role as CEO, what are your key objectives?
Key objectives always good. One for me is continuance, because the one thing I learned in GatesAir, and I've been talking now for the past days to customers, is an incredible loyalty, as I said, not only from some of our salespeople that have been there for like 30, 40 years, but also the customers and those relationships. So for me, continuance is key. Then as the CEO, obviously I stand for culture, right? And company vision. So I do want to set the company vision to, again, go into like new areas, and help our customers to be successful in different things. And then the third big thing I would say is customer satisfaction. The one thing I've been hearing the last 2 days is our customers always say, "You guys are the best in response. You get the best customer service. When there's something, you are there, you're fixing it. You're fixing us in terms of operational issues." So there's an incredible trust from our customers that we will do whatever it takes. And that customer satisfaction we need to maintain. And then the fourth is just making sure we continue to grow, right? Making the numbers and driving new things, exploring, as I said, international further areas that we can grow business at.
For the next 100 years.
The next 100 years, exactly.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Congratulations again on your role. And thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us here in studio.
My pleasure. Thank you. Thank you.